First, Carnage.
What we have here is the final level of Mass Effect 2. The final showdown, so to speak. I don't do many Let's Play style videos on this channel, but for Mass Effect 2, I'll have to make an exception. Most of these end credits post-Carnage videos are a bit shorter, but for Mass Effect 2, well, I'm gonna have to stretch this one out a bit. You'll notice some really huge gaps where I'm not saying anything. Well, that's because I'm not really into that. I'm not about that.
We're coming, just hold on.
You're here for the gameplay, not to hear me talk, so you'll see some really huge gaps where you hear nothing but the game. I'm trying to keep you focused on the game. This isn't a review or anything like that. You know, it's Let's Play style. So let's play.
I'm okay. Just need a second to catch my breath.
Joker, are you at the rendezvous point?
I'm here. But Dr. Chakwas and the rest of the crew, they didn't make it.
Let's make sure that sacrifice was worth it. Edie, what's our next step?
This game, other than the fact that it has an obviously great story, it reminds me that RPGs are indeed my favorite genre.
Commander, you got a problem. Hostiles massing just outside the door. Won't be long till I bust through.
We need to finish this before they get through.
Pick a team to go with you and leave the others here to defend this position. That should buy you some time.
I don't know, I feel sometimes like I'm outgrowing fighting games. Well, I have outgrown fighting games, and I'm slowly but surely outgrowing first-person shooters. Well, most first-person shooters, military first-person shooters like Battlefield and Call of Duty. I mean, I guess I'll always play them, but I don't know. I mean, I just recently completed Battlefield Hardline, and that was one really empty experience.
I'm ready, Commander.
So am I.
Anything to say before we do this?
Words shouldn't matter. People have died. If losing our friends isn't enough, if that doesn't make you want payback, what are we doing here? You all know why we're here. Do your jobs, and with luck, we'll all make it to the other side.
Well said. Let's go finish this. Enemies incoming!
This game, I had a really bad experience with it. I got it years ago and I started playing it, made some decent headway in the game, but then my PC crashed and I lost all the data. So I had to start over from scratch. But the fact that I did speaks volumes. It means that, well, a game has to be really good in order for me to start over from scratch, because I'm not the kind of gamer who would actually play the same game twice. You know, some people will play a game over and over to see alternate endings and finding Easter eggs and whatever other kinds of motivation they might have to complete a game twice or 3 or 4 times. That's not me. If I play a game, I play it to win, I move on. So to play Mass Effect and start it over from scratch, even though I didn't complete it the first time, that means it's pretty special. I mean, this game actually gives me motivation to complete side quests, you know. Not everything that you do in Mass Effect 2 is a part of the main story. And most times I'm playing games like Sleeping Dogs or Grand Theft Auto games or whatever. Whichever games might offer you side quests, I'll ignore them because I like to stay on the set path and just complete the campaign and move on. But this game I was actually interested in actually completing side quests. You know, it was that immersive. It was such an immersive experience.
They're through my shields!
Target down! I will direct this mercenary. We are the harbinger of your destiny.
This game also taught me how to play with a mouse and keyboard. I'm not a PC gamer. Yeah, I do own a gaming rig, but I primarily play on consoles. I love the consoles, I love the control pad. Even while playing on the PC, I look out for games that allow me to use the control pad. But this game, which I think is the only game in my PC library that does not allow me to use a control pad, you know. I have the 360 controller hooked up and everything. It works for most games, but it didn't work for this one. I was forced to play with mouse and keyboard. But you know, I believe in evolution, you know, I believe in learning something. You know, every day you get up, you actually, you know, you take massive action towards some kind of evolution. And to learn a new way of gaming, I'm all up for it.
This is it. All the tubes lead to this spot. Edie, what can you tell us? What are they doing?
The tubes are feeding into some kind of superstructure. It is emitting both organic and non-organic energy signatures. Given these readings, it must be massive. Shepard, if my calculations are correct, the superstructure is a Reaper.
Not just any Reaper. Human Reaper.
Precisely. It appears the collectors have processed tens of thousands of humans. Significantly more will be required to complete the Reaper.
It's too big for our guns. Edie, find me a way to blow this thing to hell.
The large tubes injecting the fluid are a weak structural link. Destroying them should cause the supports to collapse, and the Reaper to fall.
Enemies incoming!
So to play with a PC and a mouse and keyboard setup, it was a learning experience. I've done it before, I've tried it before, but never on any great scale. And to complete an entire game, a lengthy campaign such as the Mass Effect 2's campaign, well yeah, that requires some amount of dedication, and through that course I'm gonna learn the hard way how to become proficient using the mouse and keyboard, and I did. And you know, I'm cool with that, because I wouldn't, under other circumstances, I wouldn't have forced myself to actually play with a mouse and keyboard, but I did, and I enjoyed it. Good learning experience. I'll be happy to move on to Mass Effect 3 now. I've had it on the Wii U for a long time now, but I believe in completing games in a specific order, especially if they follow a story. I beat part 1 on the 360, now I beat part 2 on the PC, I'll move on to part 3 on the Wii U. I've read where, you know, it has a really bad ending, you know, cliffhanger or anticlimactic or whatever. I don't know what the ending is, I never really checked it out because I knew at some point I'd want to play it myself and find out. So I don't know what the ending is, but lots of gamers were complaining about the ending, and it doesn't matter to me. If the ending is bad, well, I can live with that. I mean, the ending for Battlefield Hardline is bad, but what's important is the build-up. Yeah, the ending is important, I'm not saying it's not, but, you know, what would I prefer? A game with a great ending, but a bad story, or a great story and a mediocre ending? And anyway, how bad could the ending possibly be anyway? I mean, come on. I guess I'll find out soon. I think this game, Mass Effect 2, is really amazing, again for another reason, it being such an old title. I could still pick this up and still have a whale of a time playing it. I mean, I have like almost every console ever made, so obviously I have current gen, and I play current gen games, and play the greatest of the great games, but the greatest of the greats. But this game here, as old as it is, it still far surpasses many of the current gen games I'm playing right now. story, gameplay, control, immersion, everything is just like top notch. I've heard that Mass Effect 2 has been heralded as one of the greatest role-playing games, and I can see why.
Shepard's ground team, status report.
Shepard, you're missing it! It's goddamn glorious! I'll climb out on their bodies!
Head to the Normandy! Joker, prep the engines. I'm about to overload this place and blow it sky high.
Roger that, Commander. Commander, I've got an incoming signal from the Elusive Man. EDI's patching it through.
Shepard, you've done the impossible.
I'm not finished here yet. This base is 10 minutes from extinction.
Wait, I have a better option. I'm looking at the schematics EDI uploaded. A timed radiation pulse would kill the remaining collectors, but leave the machinery and technology intact. This is our chance, Shepard. They were building a Reaper. That knowledge, that framework could save us.
They liquefied people. Turned them into something horrible. We have to destroy the base.
Don't be short-sighted. Our best chance against the Reapers is to turn their own resources against them.
I'm not so sure. Seeing it firsthand, using anything from this base seems like a betrayal.
If we ignore this opportunity, that would be a betrayal. They were working directly with the Collectors. Who knows what information is buried there? This base is a gift. We can't just destroy it.
No matter what kind of technology we might find, it's not worth it.
Shepard, you died fighting for what you believed. I brought you back so you could keep fighting. Some would say what we did to you was going too far, but look what you've accomplished. I didn't discard you because I knew your value. Don't be so quick to discard this facility. Think of the potential.
A threat this big, rules go out the window. If this station can help stop the Reapers, we have to use it.
You're making the right choice.
Let's move. In 10 minutes, the reactor core will fire a radiation blast that kills anything on board.
Another thing I have to commend Mass Effect 2 for is decent team AI. You know, sometimes it gets a bit annoying, sometimes these guys are as dumb as a doorstop, but for most parts, the AI is pretty good, they're pretty helpful, they pull their weight, and I have to appreciate that because such elements are absent in games like Battlefield and Call of Duty. And you know, I keep talking about Battlefield and Call of Duty, but you know, they're games, they're good examples, as most people play these games, so most people are accustomed to these games. And you say Battlefield, Call of Duty, most people, whether you're into it or not, whether it's your favorite genre, whether it's your favorite franchise or not, most people have played it, and it's something people can understand, that games like that, they're great games for what they are, but they have terrible AI, and that never seems to improve. The AI in Mass Effect 2, useful to say the least. My character, as you'll notice, Shepard, she's a female. Yes, I'm one of those gamers who, when given the option, to create your own custom character, and 9 out of 10 of the times I create a female. I prefer to play with a female. I prefer female characters. I do. It's that's just me. I prefer a female company, be it virtually or in real life. So yeah, I use a female Shepard in Mass Effect 1, and I now have the same female Shepard in Mass Effect 2, and I'll do the exact same thing in Mass Effect 3, and I heard there's a new Mass Effect coming out. I'll be doing the same thing then as well. Yeah, I like playing with female characters.
On our right!
Nothing's gonna hurt me now!
else!
Assuming direct control. You will know pain. Incoming. Nothing's gonna hurt me now.
So this is a great game. It has a pretty cool ending, pretty epic boss battle. I mean, I guess at this point, to say the boss battle is epic is a little bit inaccurate, as things have developed and evolved way past this by now. So it might not be epic, but it is good. I mean, I personally don't like the whole thing where the boss looks like, you know, it's gone, it's down, and then it comes back for a second round or a third round or whatever. But I can live with it. The difficulty level on Mass Effect 2 in general isn't very hard, so it's no big deal. He came back for a second round, I took him down easily, and we'll move on. But it's a great story, and I'm happy I got it out of the way so I can finally move on to Mass Effect 3. Looking forward to that experience. Guys, thanks for watching, and thanks for playing.
Do you copy? Commander! Come on, Shepard, don't leave me hanging. Do you copy?
I'm here, Joker. Did the ground team make it?
All survivors on board. We're just waiting for you.
Human, you've changed nothing. Your species has the attention of those infinitely or greater. That which you know as Reapers are your salvation through destruction.
Detonation in 10, 9, 8.
Yeah, I get the gist of it, Edie. Hold on.
You have failed. We will find another way. Releasing control.
Shepard, it's a new day, and we have you to thank for our deliverance.
We did the right thing. You don't need to try and make me feel good about it.
Always willing to do whatever it takes. Well, it's paid off. Adapting the technology of the Collector base could be the biggest advancement for humankind since the discovery of the relays. It will secure our dominance in the galaxy against the Reapers and beyond.
Human dominance, or just Cerberus?
They're one and the same. My mission has always been to promote and secure humanity's continued strength. Don't let idealism blind you. Using the base to its fullest potential is the best way to fulfill ours.
We need to dedicate every possible resource against the Reapers. Nothing can interfere with that. Harbinger is coming, and he won't be alone. You hold anything back, anything, and you're out.
It's not that easy, Shepard. We need each other.
Joker, shut him off.
Carnage.